The Byzantine Empire was at its height in 555 CE and stretched from Turkey, Syria, Judea through Greece, Italy, southern Spain, northern Africa and of course Egypt. Suitable emblems endorsing the power of empire were subtly, and sometimes not so subtly, incorporated into the iconography of religion. This, though, but to trend for future troubles within later Renaissance-inspired religious clergy. But for now, the Byzantines were happy with this state of affairs. The overall message of empire: God is omnipotent, and I, emperor, am closer than close in all that God stands for. To this end, the emperor appeared to have a fast track to God. And so, in far out reaches of empire, people began to create their own hotlines to God, in the shape of saints, patron saints, who would make sure local benevolence was not overlooked, and more importantly, siege and illness were kept at bay. Images of saints holding offerings to God were warmly embraced in the comforting atmosphere of local churches. The difference in style and shifting ethos could be noted way back to when Constantine first settled in his new home and changed its name to Constantinople. This attitude was succinctly captured in a grand image of him benevolently offering that very city to God. However, this pomp in Byzantine influence during its empire was to dwindle, and with it a more monastic style re-entered this burgeoning Christianity. The Byzantine Empire, as many other conquering civilizations and kingdoms before, had coveted the Bosphorus area of the Mediterranean, with its strategic trade routes linking places as far away as India and mainland Europe. A jewel in the crown. One downside to this was that of virus, and with that came something no one expected: the plague. This was known as Justinian's plague, as it chose to rise its devastating and ugly head around the time of Emperor Justinian in 541 CE. This plague took no sides nor boundaries, and within a few short years areas of the Middle East and Western Mediterranean had fallen foul of this quick and deadly illness. People literally had a few hours to that of death. It's fair to say the devastation played no small part in reshaping beliefs and art. Coming at a time when things were ticking along fairly nicely and Justinian was thinking of retaking Rome, a move to reunite the Western Roman Empire with the East and all the glory that would ensue, the plague put paid to that, literally. Any attempts at building endeavours were halted. Nearly all the builders were dead. Great building projects like the Hagia Sophia in Constantinople, although still funded on Justinian's insistence by farming and community taxes, they were not able to revenue. The first, or bubonic plague, now thought to have originated in China, spread through contaminated grain from Egypt. At the time, it gave rise, not unsurprisingly, to a heightening sense of panic, hysteria, and most importantly for religious iconography, superstition. Churches, big and small, right across the east and west of the empire, became places of dire hope. The empire of Byzantine, it could be said, was drastically weakened by this plague, and was possibly the enabling precursor to the advancing moves of the Saudi Arabs in the mid-600s.